it's weird because it's been a little bit over a month since we last played. So I think when this episode comes out, if I remember my math from the last time we played, it would be, I think, the last week in December.
Whew.
However, this is also the week that the second or third episode came out. So that's how far ahead we are. I can't wait to get into like February of next year and be like, oh my gosh, we're behind.
No, that's our goal, is to never hit that point.
Yeah, we'll see.
We need a recording session this week.
Yeah.
Yep. So I can't wait to be like, I don't know, plan to record something, and then someone's like, oh, I don't have internet.
Look, just because a giant, mean old Ian decided to go through my neighborhood, and then Spectrum decided to turn the unplug things after the fact, but you know.
It's okay. I thought I broke my whole computer 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I didn't.
I know. I'm sure you did not.
But no, everything's running fine. John came over and booped the cable that I checked.
Just pushed on the cable a little bit harder and voila, fixed.
Yeah, I'm like, I think my exact words were like, you don't know how extremely happy and extremely angry I am right now because I checked that stupid cable.
It's the mechanic's dilemma.
I lied to Amazon. Mm-hmm. I think I definitely lied to Amazon, but hey, I got $100 back.
And it's totally not now recorded in internet history for all to hear.
At the time I wrote that thing to get my money back, it was true. And then we'll just leave it there.
Yep.
So.
That's all they needed to know.
Amazon has too much money anyway. It's fine.
Yeah. And then, what is it? Next week? No. Wait, this Saturday. That's right. Horror movie time. That none of you guys are invited to, except for the people that invited me.
That's right.
I mean, Nite can come, but he has to jump on a plane.
He can drive.
Wow.
Or run.
I don't know. That
Not
seems kind of
even
weird. That
a
seems kind of weird
plane?
to jump on a plane.
In
Wouldn't it
a
be better to
plane?
get in it?
Do you
I mean, it'd
think
be very
if
cool if you
everyone...
jumped on it.
Do you think if people like how they have that whole like story? I don't. It's probably true somewhere, but there's like, okay, everyone, if you jump in the elevator, it goes all wonky. Do you think if they get everyone in the airplane to jump at the same time, it would just be like?
Can you imagine? That would be horrifying. John and I were in some elevators this last week that I'm pretty sure if you jumped in them, they would just plummet to the depths of Las Vegas, and you would never be heard from again.
So the important part with flying up there, how big is your yard? Is there enough room to land if I jumped out of the airplane?
If you had a
No.
maybe.
Are there power lines along the road or anything like that?
Oh yeah. And trees. There's trees and stuff that ring our
That's what
yard.
I'm thinking. That no. All the trees in our yard are gone. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, he has a big open space in our yard.
You have about a 10 by 10 foot square.
However, there is
That's not
a
gonna
giant field. There is a giant field right around the corner. Like, he could land there. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
Land right in somebody's community garden.
Yeah, that'll
No.
be fine. That'll be fine.
I mean, that might hurt. Although at this point,
It's a parachute. What? I'm not sure where you think you would hurt. It's under a parachute. I'm not jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. I mean, come on.
I mean, when you roll in a bunch of pepper plants, I'm not sure that's going to feel good on your legs.
Nah, just run it out. Just because it's been 10 years, I think I can still manage it.
There you go.
Yeah, if you can parachute into the field a block away from my house, you are absolutely welcome to come to horror movie night.
Yeah, you just have to find your own way back.
Yeah.
Take the same way back that I got up there in the plane that I jump out of.
Yeah, I also realized while we were all talking, I was like, I never set up the audio. The
Oh
sharing.
no, we don't have music. It is very
Yeah.
quiet.
Yeah, well, we don't normally play music during this moment, unless it's like an actual live stream. But yeah. So I'm also realizing something that I started working on, and you guys would get a laugh out of it, but I'm not ready to put that out on like a recorded or live space yet. So I'm going to tell you while we wait for Zoom to buffer an episode.
So all of you watching don't get to know. It's our little
Exactly, because
secret.
it might not actually happen.
Secret,
All right.
secret teasers about secrets.
Well,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I tease secret projects that I don't want people knowing about until they're actually out. But
yep. Well, back to horror movie night while Dave's doing that. We're watching Zombieland 2 and Nope. Dave, did we tell you that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think it was in the
the
little
invite.
digital invite there. I was like, what in the name of spam did I just get? And then I saw what it was.
I don't understand why they make it look so spammy. Like, they genuinely make it look like...
I mean, my phone ticked it as spam. Like, it showed it for a second, and then was like immediately like, nope, this is junk. You don't want to see that.
But we're having breakfast for dinner. I'm very excited.
Yep.
Mini
wrong with-
pumpkin spice waffles and pancakes in the shape of bats.
Yeah, it will. I will not be complaining. I also told John that because when he was over here, I showed him my mistake of ordering giant bottles of sake.
Mm-hmm.
Are you bringing some?
Yeah, that I told him, and so I'll ask now. Would you? I'm not bringing the green bottle because I live alone, and I was like, well, let me just drink directly out of that rather than get a glass dirty. But
It's alcohol.
would
It
you prefer-
purifies it.
There you go.
Would you prefer the pink or the blue bottle?
Do I get to know what they are? I just have to pick them based
They're
on
both
color.
they're both sake. They're both the same type.
Oh, okay.
I can let you know afterwards. I got the notes back in there, but it's like
Then blue. The
I think
blue
that's
bottle.
the pearl.
I think that's where the correct answer is both, so you can sample both.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
I recant.
That is the
Revoke
only
my
option.
answer. Well, then why didn't you answer for me?
I was letting you answer.
Uh-huh.
You just
Alright,
answered incorrectly.
And I don't get to participate in this sake anyway because I'm a few states away.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I thought you were parachuting here, so that's
If
my
I could.
expectation.
Yeah,
7:30 on Saturday. I expect you to show up at my house with a parachute under your arm.
It'll probably
well,
at that point it would be over the shoulder, but the same difference, close
Fair.
enough.
Right.
Fair. Yeah.
Well, you know what also is dropping? People's sanities. Let's go. So let's see. Let's play this song. I don't remember. That's loud. Because I didn't test the audio. Hopefully that sounds okay to you guys now.
Yep.
So, we, as I mentioned earlier, are in Centralia, Pennsylvania in 1934. As my phone shut off, I said, yep, 1934. And our heroes, or investigators, or just people that have been dropped in the middle of a situation. Caleb, played by Nite, Cora, played by Elizabeth, and Percival, or Percy, played by John, have been reliving the events.
I think the
sound got
music's
really
getting
loud in my
louder.
ears. I think so too. Let me just. I'll turn it down to 50. There we go. It will be a constant balancing act. But yes, in the last couple episodes, pretty much they went and visited a whole bunch of different people where Caleb pretty much was told by multiple people, I don't know, that sounds weird that you're seeing people, but you're single, right? Why don't you meet a nice girl and settle down? While Cora and Percy are running around town trying to, as they learn about different cult activity in the area, of I believe it was they found a similar symbol to the snake wrapping around an eye in a book, and I'll admit I forgot what I told them. So maybe they'll tell me in the break. But anyway, they do that while Caleb goes to work and gets held up by 3 clowns that are all in there trying to get into the mines. They are chased away after Buck Kelly shoots a gun in the air and then tells Caleb, hey, go see Old Man Pap to hopefully he can go get some sort of barricade because these clowns are poking their noses around too much. While Cora and Percy are thinking about checking out the circus itself, but before they can do that, all the posters that are in the street, Percy thinks that they are looking at him, and while Cora hears the book saying, they can see you, or they're watching. I don't remember exactly what I said. As I said, that was about a month ago. So, one thing that we got to do right now, because I didn't want to stop the flow. Actually, 2 things. We got to do a luck roll right now for everyone to see if you get more luck. What you guys are going to do is look at your luck stat, and you're going to try to roll over that, and then if you roll over that, you add another d10, and that's what you add to your luck. Something else that I want to mention that we looked up and found out that we got a rule wrong as I try to find that note was opposed skill checks. I don't remember what episode it was, but we looked it up later, and we found out that we did it wrong. So in short, we now know that pretty much when there's an opposed roll, whoever it's split up into regular, hard, or extreme, and then if both people roll a hard success, whatever has the higher number or lower number. With a higher skill value, higher number. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we'll just remember that later. And then there was something else that we did while leveling up that, or gaining stuff back, that I misspoke. And so some characters might have more sanity than they did 10 years ago. It's all good. So, how did everyone's luck rolls go?
60 over 44.
Oh, okay, so you have to add...
Plus 7.
Okay, there we go, 7.
And that's the wrong button.
It's all good.
I am 90 over 57. And plus 9.
Nice. And then I am 86 over 51 with a plus 2.
Alright. I was also thinking about it, and I think we're going to do that pretty much. We're going to do that every episode because it's like, hey, let's get that luck in there.
Yes.
So
Spended luck more.
Yeah.
Encouraged to use it more.
For sure.
So this is what we're gonna do, but this is what I wanted to do at the end of last episode, but we I didn't want to break up the role playing and the storytelling. So Percy, I need you to roll a sanity check. With you seeing all these pictures looking at you and everything. Yes, roll one of those. There's the other thing that I also learned that we need to keep track of. Since it's the beginning of the day, for each day within the game, sanity roll, like, you need to keep track of sanity lost, because I think if you lose 10 in one day, you have a breaking point pretty much, where you'll have a bout of insanity, and they don't last very long. And then I'll have to look it up if we get to it, but it's pretty much like there's a chance for you to go indefinitely insane, to where you'll have to either get therapy or something of the time to get that fixed. But if you go indefinitely insane, pretty much any failed skill check will force you to go kind of crazy and do something insane. But the same thing can happen, I think, if you lose 5 in one go. So yeah. So John, what you get?
I got a 77 over 47.
Okay, so yeah, just gonna lose 1 point, because I think you've already observed the posters staring at you, if I remember correctly. It was like you and Caleb.
I believe so.
Yeah, and so yeah, just 1 point of damage or sanity damage. Okay. So we excuse me. So let's go right there, back into Percy and Cora. You guys are now in the middle of the street. You guys hear the book saying they're watching. And Percy, you don't think the posters are looking at you anymore. So, or whatever was watching is there. Okay. So,
Percy, what did you see?
I'm not even sure. I could have sworn the posters were watching me or were looking at us, but it was just for a second. I don't know. I may have imagined it. I don't know.
Cora takes out the package, starts talking to it. Are you there?
Who's asking?
Cora.
Percy looks at Cora and is like, What are you doing?
Talking to the book.
Don't talk to the book.
Well,
when did I say I was a book?
Well, what are you?
A voice.
Oh, okay.
A thought. That could be anything. But you won't know unless you set me free.
Yeah, well, that's not happening.
Percy,
At least not
Percy
right now.
has his arms crossed and is very unhappy about what is happening right now.
Who's watching us? What do you know?
Should I tell you, or shouldn't I?
I mean, you should, because here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I have the power to release you, and if you become unhelpful, I'm just less motivated to let you out of this thing.
Oh, I've waited a long time, so a few more moments won't make a difference. Besides, he will come for me eventually.
So are you going to help us or not?
Ask me a question and I'll see how I feel.
Percy interrupts and is like, stop talking to it. This
Percy.
can't go anywhere good.
By the way, roll strength.
Me?
Yes. Just straight up strength times 5. Or, sorry, that's a different system. Yeah, it's your strength check.
Alright, hold on. To find it. This is what happens when we don't play for a month. I don't remember.
It's up top.
Yep, thanks. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alright. Actually.
It'd be nice if I had mine. Okay, I gotta get out.
Woo!
I realized I used them for an in-person D&D
No,
game
wait.
there.
This is the opposite. Okay. This is... It has to... What does it have to be? Under?
Under.
Yes.
Remind me how to play this game. Okay, so I failed. 83 over 55.
Okay, you feel this, like, this box thing. You feel it gaining more weight. And it's starting to have... It's not becoming, like, unbearably heavy for you to pick up.
Okay.
But, just since it's been a long time, you pretty much flashback to when Percy was saying that this package was super, super heavy.
Yeah.
And, like, you can start feeling it gaining weight again.
Okay.
But, yeah, you're still able to hold it.
Okay. So I guess so Cora looks at Percy and just gives him a look and then like slowly puts it back in her satchel for now. So she doesn't pursue asking it a question.
Okay, back into the darkness I go. Doodles.
Percy looks at Cora and is like, that really isn't a good idea. We don't... It's a talking box. You don't want to mess with that. Like, it's not going to end up in anything good.
I know, I understand. But it knows something.
Just... Some things we shouldn't know.
That can't be true.
Trust me, that's absolutely true.
Well, I refuse to accept that, because if we can't know something, then we can't solve this and we can't stop it.
Some things aren't worth the price of knowing.
Really, Percy? Haven't we already paid the price for not knowing?
Haven't we paid the price for it?
We don't know anything.
Maybe that's better.
No. No, not when the people that we care about are at risk and might get hurt. Not again. I won't let it happen again. So you said that you saw the clowns looking at you. You found this box at the circus. I think that's where we need to go. And Cora starts walking towards the circus.
Percy
That-
shouts after her. Cora, where are you going? Wait up, I'm coming. And kind of slowly runs to catch up.
We're gonna shift our view to Caleb. I imagine you're driving like a truck or something across town, or to get to Old Pap. Is that correct, or how did you imagine yourself getting there?
Yeah, truck probably sounds about right. Especially since it's because it's for the mine, so it'd probably be like a company truck that's sitting there.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, you're just chilling to music, just relaxing as you are driving down there, and you come off the dirt road, kind of make it down. I realize I don't have any of the street names on here, but you get onto the main street as you're driving past Town Hall, and yeah, you look over, and I think for the first time in almost how many episodes, we're gonna have everyone meet for at least a second if Caleb decides to stop, as you see Cora and Percy on the side of the road walking the direction that you came.
Yeah, definitely stop. Hey guys, where you going?
Caleb! Oh, gosh. Well, it's a very long story. Where are you going?
Well, right now I'm heading over to Old Man Pap's because we got an issue up at the mine and need his help with securing a new branch on the mine. That there's some weird clowns that just showed up out of nowhere up there. It's super weird.
Clowns?
Yeah, it's super weird. Where are you guys going?
To the circus? Because of weird clowns and a talking box.
Do you think
Percy saw the signs, the posters were watching him.
That's
Percy hisses, Cora, what are you doing? You can't go showing everybody that.
We can trust Caleb.
That's super. Yeah, so that's weird, but it's I'm saying it's weird, but I I understand. Believe me. I definitely believe you, Percy. It's just, listen. You probably don't want to go out there on your own, or shouldn't we go out there together and maybe get the sheriff to go out there with us?
The sheriff's not around.
Well, I mean, I've got stuff I got to do with work right now, but maybe we should do this. Maybe we should go out there together later, instead of splitting up. And I don't know. It's just all weird, and I don't think I don't know. Are you sure you want to go out there right now?
Are you saying you'll come with us?
I mean, I can't right now, but we can talk about it later. We'll kind of meet and rethink of what all the stuff we got. Figure out what we've got. We gotta have a plan with this. We can't just do this without a plan.
Percy gets kind of a slight smirk on his face, kind of reminiscent of younger years, and is like, "Come on, Caleb, we could use your truck. You're gonna get us there faster. You can give us a ride. It'll just take a few minutes. You just drive us out there now."
I really can't right now. Those clowns were super freaky, and they were trying to get into this new mine, acting like they owned the place, and we've got to secure that so that they're not messing around there. Because I don't know,
they were trying to get into a mine.
Yeah, they were like almost walking right into it, and we had just opened up this new spot that, I don't know, even that spot was weird. I don't know, we just can't leave it open for anyone to walk into. It didn't feel safe.
Maybe we should check out the mine.
I mean, I guess you guys could come up there with me, but you just gotta stay. You can't go anywhere close to it without, either me or my dad or somebody from the mine being with you, because it's, like I said, we just opened up this spot. It's not really secured yet.
Okay.
Percy, knowing how difficult it is to get to the mine, is very interested at the opportunity to maybe poke around in there. So he speaks up and is like, "I think that's a great idea. I think we should go with you, Caleb. We're gonna have greater numbers. We can help you secure the mine. I think that's definitely the best idea. We should go with you."
All right, we can. And yeah, I don't mean to be hard on you, Percy, but you're gonna keep your hands off the mine stuff, right? I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble for having you come up with me.
Yeah, he gets his very offended look and is like, "What are you talking about? We're gonna go fight clowns. I'm not interested in taking anything from your mine."
All right, I'm trusting you here, Percy, but we gotta go talk to Old Man Pap first.
Okay, so Cora goes to climb in the truck with Caleb, and as she's walking around, she hisses at Percy, "Dude, you have to play nice here. Don't ruin this."
Percy looks at Cora, just kind of falling a little bit back into his old demeanors, and is like, "What?
Don't ruin it. We need him.
We're gonna go help him out. This is what you wanted. I'm doing what you want."
Cora climbs in the truck.
So you guys are all gonna pretty much go.
Yeah, we'll go together to Old Man Pap and then back to the mine. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head down the road as you guys make your way towards kind of the. I think last time I told you it was kind of a little bit off, a little bit north of the landfill. Kind of one of these on the map that we can see that no one on video or on stream can see. It's just a road that looks a little bit out and closer to the wooded area. And you guys pull up, and it's not a trash heap, but it's just you see vehicles out there, just things lying all out in the yard where like things either look like they've been gutted or have been worked on, and just like all these different just items all littering this like yard, with a worn down double set 2-story house. There we go. That's what I was looking for. And you pull up here, and you hear some noises coming from the backyard, but what would you like to do?
So I'm assuming that Caleb is quite familiar with meeting up with Old Man Pap, and so is it something where Old Man Pap, would you just kind of like knock on his door, or would you go around to the back where it sounds like he's probably at, or?
You would know that, like, I would assume that you've come here before, so you're welcome to walk around back. If like he wouldn't be like opposed to that. He seems like, from what you know of him, he's just like he might come off a little bit like kooky, but it's just like if he knows and trusts you, which he does, like it's just like, yeah, come to the back.
Yeah, it's more just figuring out where the initial interaction point is with him. So Caleb goes around to the back or tells Cora and Percy, just wait in the truck, I'll be right back, and heads to the back and kind of yells for Old Man Pap to say, hey, are you around here?
Yeah, you go around the back and you see a giant like garage, and like this is like where he does his work, and you hear like clanging and banging coming from inside this place, and then like it sounds like a clatter of metal, and just like, I don't you know who's out there?
Hey, it's Caleb.
Oh, yes. Well, young boy Winters, what do you want?
Hey, we had some weird stuff happen up at the mine. We just opened up a new spot, and we need your help working out a good way of securing this new branch off the mine.
And like he comes out of the garage and meets you, and it's this thin, wiry man with like more wrinkles than like skin. It looks like, and he's just kind of has like definitely chew in his mouth, and he's just like, yep, okay, what do you need here, Shani? And like he looks like he shouldn't be alive, but he's got like some weird like old man like vitality that like he's like, and that he's still pretty strong and like healthy, even if it looks like he's like 3/4 into the grave. So yeah, he's just like, well, yeah, speak up there.
Yeah, so we need a pretty good strong gate or door of some kind that we can secure into the rock that opens into the mine, and good lock and your expertise to help install it.
Oh, yes, let's see, when do you need this by?
As soon as we can do it. If we can get stuff taken up there this afternoon, that'd be great.
Okay, I think me and my boys we can get up there and do something. I guess I'll discharge old Buck Kelly, right?
Yep, charge to the mine.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll get up there real fast. And then like he kind of goes into other things of just like dimension, like kind of basic dimension stuff, like of how big, and he's like, and after going through that, and like you're not really sure if he doesn't write anything down, you're like, well, I hope he remembers it. But and he goes on saying, why do you need this old thing up there?
It's just we had this new branch that we found off the mine, and there's some weird guys showed up from this weird circus that's in town, and we want to make sure that definitely hooligans. We want to make sure that we keep the mine safe and don't have anybody wandering in there causing trouble, and who knows what might happen if they were to be browsing around in there without any knowledge of what they're doing.
Oh, you boys are getting soft. If they came up into my territory, I would have been bang! And he like holds up like this out-of-date gun. Like it's just like, where did you even get that? And he's like, and I tell them to get off my yard. I tell you what.
Well, did you hear they
dogs?
You might have heard the bang even out here.
I heard what?
The Buck Kelly guy fired a warning shot at him already.
No, there's no warning back in the days of whatever. And he like kind of grumbles and like, I'll be up there around 2 or something, and I gotta get some materials and my boys, and we'll get up there and fix it. I guess what, you or Kelly or I don't know, someone will be up there to show me where we're going.
Yeah, there'll definitely be people there that'll be able to help you. If I'm not there, then either my dad or Kelly will be up there.
Okay then. Well, I'll get my boys and we'll get on over there. And yeah, he gets the directions and all that stuff. And okay, well,
yeah, we'll see you up there. We'll see you up there in a bit.
Okay. And like he hobbles his way back into there, and you just hear just all curses under his breath, just as he's like, "Why did I spill this?" Hey, yeah, he said he'll be up there around 2 to get that done.
All right.
And it's around like lunchtime, like now with everything.
All right. I'll head back to the truck, and I guess we'll head towards the mine, and Caleb's like, so tell me what you guys have found out this morning, because I still don't know what's going on around here. It's all I've had is a weird talking paper, and a
talking paper?
Well, okay, so you know how Percy said the posters were watching him? Well, one of them was talking to me, and I showed it to the sheriff, and he was talking to her about it, and she basically just took it, and I thought she was going to go show it to show it to her science people and see what they could come up with. And out of character, I think, if I remember right, the sheriff burned it in front of me, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
that's what I'm remembering. So she's burned this
that's
thing.
what I was remembering too.
Yeah, she instead of she just took it and burned it. So, I mean, I understand why she did it, I think, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's weird, and these clowns showing up there is weird. So, yeah. So what's going on? What is with this box?
Yeah, so the whole time that that Caleb was talking to Old Man Pap, I think Cora was like kind of gingerly like testing the box to see how heavy it is, because this is like the first time that she's experienced this like change in weight. So she's been kind of like playing with it on her lap. Has it changed in weight at all, or is it the same?
Make a strength check.
Oh, crap. Alright, different dice. 76 over 55.
Okay. Yeah, no, like, you can tell that it seems like it's slowly getting heavier.
Okay. So not yet to the point where, like, I can't pick it up, but, like, I can notice that it's... Yeah, okay.
Like, you have it in, like some sort of,
satchel,
like, a satchel.
Yeah.
Like, and it's, like, if you go and, like, pull on the satchel, like, you can tell, like, if there was, like, a heavy book or something that was sitting in there, like, the fabric would move around that.
Yeah.
That's kind of, like, the same thing, like, where it's just, like, you're feeling the weight in here, and, just pulling the fabric lightly of your satchel won't move it, but it's
okay.
You can, but it hasn't become unbearably heavy yet.
Okay. So, Percy found this box at the circus. And it talks. And it... Well, so Cora, Cora takes it and drops it on Caleb's lap and says, "How heavy does it feel to you?"
Well, I guess is that a strength check that I need to make?
Yep, do a strength check.
Percy's just sitting in the back seat, just shaking his head at the wantonness, careless disregard that Cora shows to this talking box, flinging it around.
So let's see. Let me double check. Yeah. So that is a 9 under 60, which makes that an extreme success.
Extreme success. All right, yeah. So, yeah, you definitely you're looking at it and you're like, how heavy could this be? But you see her struggling to drop, even move it over. But and you're able to pick it up, but you can tell this is heavier than what it looked like. The mass is definitely bigger than the space taken up.
So what is in this box that's making it so heavy?
So that's the thing. When Percy brought it, when we first met up, he could barely lift it. And then I went to take it from him and it weighed nothing. But now, the more that I have it, it just keeps getting heavier. And even as I've been sitting here, it's getting heavier. And it does talk, and it keeps asking to be let out. And,
Percy butts in and is like, which I should remind everybody is the worst possible idea.
Yes, I do agree that it should not be let out. However, I'm a little bit curious about what it knows. But I do see Percy's point that it's probably pretty risky to keep talking to it. But
Percy starts mumbling to himself something about curiosity and cats.
But it also told us that we were being watched the same time that Percy saw the posters watching him. Also, there is, and she takes the box out of her bag and points at the eye and the snake. This symbol means something. It has something to do with a cult. And I'm pretty sure that the disappearances and the people dying are connected to this cult and their human sacrifices to their gods.
So Caleb kind of just holding on to this box a little bit, taps on it. Hey box, were you going to talk to us?
Nothing. Also, Caleb, if I remember correctly, I think this might be the first time you heard about deaths happening. If I remember, so
he was probably there for the missing people.
Probably for the missing people, but I don't think this is the first time you heard about the death. I'm trying to remember what the deaths came from now.
Yeah, I think.
I think it was the death was tied to the cult.
Yeah.
And yeah, so, so, but yeah, no, the box doesn't answer. But yeah, you're also pulling off onto the trail, kind of getting up there. It was by car, what Percy said was right. It was it's not a long trip by car to get back to the mine.
Okay, so tell me about these. You said there's deaths too that are tied to this symbol?
Yeah. Cora, I'm assuming Cora took notes. Yeah, so in New York, I got it. Mm-hmm. So there was a actual account of a cult in New York kidnapping people, which has been happening around here. And the only witnesses they didn't. We couldn't see the name of the cult, but the symbol was associated with it, the snake in the eye. And so the cult was kidnapping people, and the only thing that was left after, well, the only remains that they found of the kidnapped people were bones. So they were doing something with them. And then some people were saying that the cult, the place where the cult was having their rituals, was like growing, like it was bigger on the inside. Which Percy can't really remember, but I feel like something like that was happening the night all those years ago. That like things were bigger than they should have been.
That's definitely weird. And you said the sheriff is out of town?
Yeah, they said that she was following up on connecting with some of the law enforcement in other towns, following up on the missing persons.
Yeah, I guess Caleb might have known that too, and from the call to the sheriff's office with the clowns, come to think of it. So that, since we're pulling up to the mine, I think what we should do is call the sheriff's office again and see if the sheriff is back yet, and maybe have them send her up here when she does get back, if she's not back yet. And we can go get stuff ready for Old Man Pap, and then we can take a look at the new spot that we found in the mine. I think we should be okay doing that. I don't think anybody's going to bother us doing that, especially since we got to get stuff ready for Old Man Pap anyway. So
yeah, that's a good idea.
So let's call the sheriff and see if we can get her to meet us up here.
If I remember correctly, you called the police when the clowns were there.
Yeah, I made the call.
They said she wasn't back either, and they sent up officers. I don't remember if they got there, if they arrived by the time you left. But like you weren't gone long, so they might be there by the time, like if. Yeah,
they might still be there.
They might still be up there. So
I guess you might know if they're still there at this point, since we're arriving there.
Yes, like as you pull up, you see like a cop car with like it looks like one of the deputies just kind of out there looking around, talking with Buck and your dad, just kind of taking notes. But it doesn't look like there was any other clown activity after you left. And your dad like kind of waves you over when he sees the car pull up, or the truck.
Yeah, so we hop out of the car and go over to chat with them and the deputy that's there. And as we're walking up, it's like, yes, I know we have a history with Percy. It's okay. He's here with me. I'll vouch for him.
Gently tugs on Caleb's arm and whispers, I don't think we should tell them. We need to wait for the sheriff.
We'll see what they've been talking about so far and see where we're at. So, as we get over there, I guess we join their conversation, and I'll mention that Old Man Pap will be on his way up here shortly, and
and Buck's is like, okay, that's good. Like he's eyeing, not even trying to hide it. Like he's like dead eyeing Percy right now, just like, you go to keep your hands clear, boy. Anyway, so yeah, that's when the clowns, they came up and were just doing something, looking at the mine. And yeah, they left when after I fired in the air. Not at them. Everyone here could see I fired up in the air, and yeah, they left. But we're gonna pretty much board up the mine with Old Pap's help, and hopefully deter anything coming in there until hopefully these guys head out or something.
Where did they go when they left?
And Caleb's dad just like, yeah, they went up north, and like kind of points in the direction which Percy, you would be able to put together where you saw like the same direction that the camp was made.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Percy kind of quietly nods to himself but doesn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, that happened. They talk, and like, so the deputy's just like, okay, well, that seems pretty fine. And yeah, no, I don't think you guys will need a permit to close things up, at least temporarily, and all that stuff, just to make sure that our unplanned visitors to stay out. I'll make sure to write a report and let the sheriff know when she gets back.
Have you heard if when she's going to be back?
I don't know. Like, she didn't tell me. If she is, it might be late tonight. Like, she was gone by the time I got in. She made it sound like it was going to be, or at least the reports that she left, or not reports, but like the notes that she left, it sounded like she was going to be gone for the whole day.
All right. Well, I guess when you get back to the station, if she's there, can you let her know and have her send her up here to help us for a bit?
Yeah, if she's not busy, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, just tell her it's about the weird stuff that's been going on that we're trying to investigate and figure out what's going on here. She'll know.
Okay. All right, if you say so. And he's like, well, if there's nothing else here, I'm gonna just do a quick, just patrol the streets and make sure that, I don't know, we don't have anybody matching the description lying around, and yeah, and then, yeah, we'll send up, we'll make sure we do a quick look later tonight and make sure that there's nobody just poking around that shouldn't be. And, like, Buck and your dad both like, no, and it's like, okay, and if you have no other questions for the cop, he pulls away and leaves. And Buck's just like, kind of tells everyone like, okay, well, man, it's up to you if you want to stay. We're definitely gonna close stuff. We're not digging in the mine today. So you guys just go home, and don't worry, we'll cover pay for the week that you're missing for these unforeseen events, and we'll let you know when we're going digging again. And he's like, and then he's like, yeah, if you guys can help, if anyone can help out, we appreciate it when Old Pap gets here. And then some people are like, oh, okay, and they'll be like, okay, back to, and like some of them, like, looks like some of them will say, okay, well, and like kind of leave to go get lunch and maybe come back later. And like your dad comes over and just like, well, we don't really have anything to work on, if I remember correctly, like except for a few old projects, but I'm gonna stay up here, and yeah, you're pretty much free for the rest of the day, Caleb. If yeah, I don't know if you just want to do a quick look. I'll cover and help out today. If you want to just do a quick sweep before it gets real close tonight, like real dark, just to make sure.
Yeah, we're gonna take a look and see, kind of get an idea what we're looking at for when we do reopen stuff, and yeah, we're trying to figure out all this weird stuff that's going on. So we're gonna just take a quick look inside and make sure the clowns didn't disturb anything, and I don't know. I'll see if I can figure out what type of stuff we need to get prepped for next week when we go to reopen this thing.
Okay, well, yeah, you can go in. You said we?
Yeah, Cora and Percy are I'm gonna show them what we're looking at, because I don't know, it felt kind of weird when we were looking earlier, and there's just all this weird stuff going on. So we're not gonna go far. We're just gonna look in that big room that we saw earlier.
Percy's doing his best to look as bored and uninterested in all of this as possible.
Do a luck roll for me, Caleb. Let's see. Hold on, I'm just looking. Well, no. I'm trying to think, because it sounds... I want you to roll something, and... Yeah, maybe persuade. Because he's like... Yeah. Because, because he's pretty much like, well, we don't normally let people who aren't trained to go in the mines, so,
I feel better about the luck roll.
I was gonna say.
The luck roll would have been better. 49
Use your
over the
luck
10.
to push.
Oh, there's no way I
it.
can do it.
No,
49
well,
over
use
10?
your luck.
Or you can push a roll. Push a roll, you just gotta tell me what you're doing differently, but if you fail, there could
my
be
persuade is 10. That's not one I can... That's not one that I can do it that way.
Let's see. Hold on.
Even fast talk, that's not gonna do
Okay.
it.
All right, let me think about this. So Cora steps out. Caleb, what's your last name?
Winters.
Winters.
Winters. Mr. Winters. I know this is really kind of outside of the box. And I hope you, out of everyone, know that I understand the importance of the rules here. They keep people safe, right? Bad things happen when we don't follow the rules. So when I say that it's important that we get a look to see what these clowns were up to, I hope you know that I'm not asking for something small. And I wouldn't be asking if this weren't vitally important.
Roll persuade.
Okay, guys. Okay, that's a 55 under 70.
Hey. And he's like, I shouldn't really let you guys in there. Wait about 10-15 minutes. It looks like most of the men are going to go eat lunch, and I'll pull Buck away, but in and out. And he looks at you, Caleb. In and out, okay? I don't want any accidents. Don't go diving further than you need to be. And
Less
then
than 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes.
He looks over. Okay. And Percy, I'm trusting you, okay? Please don't make me regret this.
Cora hooks her arm through Percy's and is like, it'll be okay.
Or Percy is just not trusted at all right now.
Percy is again still just looking very bored and put off by the whole thing.
Nothing like a reputation.
To ruin all of our plans.
Alright, so we go over by the entrances. I'm just doing some prep work, making sure all the stuff is ready for Old Man Pap, and waiting for everybody to clear out. And after time, and I see Dad taking Old Man Buck off, and we'll go poke our heads into that big chamber that we just discovered at the because I was close to the entrance as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it wasn't far in. So you guys head in. You can see mining equipment lying around the floor, piles carts filled with ore, coal at that point, because that's what the main mines were. And you can see the big expanse going in there. But then you see this. And Caleb, you just due to working the mine, you're able to spot this. Cora and Percy, this looks like another hole in the wall to you guys. But you can see this crack within the wall that still needs to be definitely structurally made safe and everything, but it looks like it opens up deeper into a new vein. But yeah, it's not big enough for you guys to like squeeze in there.
That's also the spot that we were looking at earlier in the day before the clowns. Because we'd already walked in to look at that part to get the equipment, or start figuring out what equipment we were going to need and stuff.
Yeah. And so...
So I'll point this out to Cora and Percy. It's like, this is this new spot, and it's... When we looked at this earlier, it just felt weird to me. So just take a look, and you can just look through the crack here and kind of see what it is, what this place looks like. And I shine like a light through the crack as well.
Okay, so Cora walks up to it and like peers through. What does she like notice or feel?
Yeah, no, it like you can definitely feel that that like whole like that strange like energy, weird, like it just feels weird. Just like it just feels off.
Do we still have the box with? I guess we have the box that we carried that in, right? I'm assuming that's like back in
the talking box.
Yeah, is that like back in your satchel right now?
I have it. Yeah, Cora pulls out the box and like holds it by the crack. Does anything happen? Like,
No,
does it
nothing.
feel different? No.
No, nothing happens.
Okay.
But no, if you guys want to, you can roll spot hidden.
No, sure. Ooh, that's good. That is a 29 under 50.
Okay, so that's a normal.
44 over 34 for me. For Caleb.
67 under 81, and Percy is also keeping an eye out just for anything that might look interesting. Of a monetary value.
Yeah. So you guys don't see anything. Everyone just got normal. Well, except for Caleb got normal successes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys don't see anything down there. And Percy, yeah, you notice, you're like, well, that looks like a tool that I might be able to sell into town over, and maybe I could grab a few, like the normal stuff you check off a list.
Assessing everything.
Yeah. But yeah, so but looking down, you can see pretty deep down there. But yeah, it's just, it feels off, but at the same time, like, you don't see anything from where you're at.
Okay. Cora's gonna talk to the box again. She like knocks on it. Are you in there?
No response.
You really, really need to stop doing that.
Well, he clearly is mad at us because he's not talking anymore, so I guess it doesn't matter.
That's probably for the best.
Well, we need to get out of the mine anyway. I told my dad we'd be in and out, and like you said, it's really not safe anyway. So I just wanted you to at least see this weird chamber.
Cora just like takes a spin around the room. Does she see or feel or clock anything else other than this like new vein?
No, just
Okay.
like everything looks like kind of as I described, like piles of either machinery or like just mining, like coal piles and just other stuff, like tools that would be used for that. Like, and the only thing that is like really like strange is that hole.
Okay. All right. So Cora turns around and grabs Percy by the hand and is like, "Come on, let's go."
Percy wasn't seeing anything he was particularly interested in trying to smuggle out, but it takes stock of perhaps, just files it away for, potentially future endeavor.
Mm-hmm.
So he lets Cora lead him out.
Okay.
Caleb follows them out to kind of keep an eye on the whole environment, make sure everything is as it should be.
So, I will ask you guys, what would you like to do now? I know there is interest in going to the circus. Looks like the sheriff isn't going by. It's up to you. Like, if the circus is the only thing you want to do, like if you want to go now or later, that is totally up to you. But if there's something or another thing that I don't know about that you guys would like to do, just let me know.
So I think Caleb would like to make one more call to the sheriff's office before they do anything else, just to see if the sheriff happens to be back yet, and to leave a message that if the sheriff isn't there, that to leave a message that they're going to be heading out to the take a kind of a scouting look around at the circus.
All right. Is that what everyone's
Yeah, I think
do?
I think Cora knows that she does have to relieve her mother-in-law and her employee at the general store for the afternoon, since she had made that commitment. And so just says to everyone, how do we feel about meeting up for an evening scouting mission? I'm not sure I can be out all afternoon, but I could meet up after I put Timmy to bed, and we could sneak around to the circus.
I guess that would be okay. Maybe, if we're lucky, maybe the sheriff will even be back by then, and we can get some feedback from her too.
Yeah.
On the day's events.
Percy?
Percy is maybe feeling a little reluctant about going out at night. So it's kind of quiet. I don't know that that's a good idea. Remember what happened at night the last time we all got together.
So, really, you're the one that's scared to go out there at night? You're usually the first one that wants to look at these places at night.
That was before, giant clowns tried to murder us. I just think we need to be careful. This is a situation, and you know me, I'm usually the first to run in. I don't know that this is one we want to run unprepared into.
The opening night of the circus is tomorrow. What if we tried to get a bird's eye view of the layout? They have to be almost set up by now, right? Getting ready for tomorrow. There's probably going to be a lot of people there. Maybe we wait to get in until the official circus starts, but if we can kind of map the tents and the layouts and the exhibits, then maybe we're better prepared to sneak in and try to find answers.
I think my dad has a pair of binoculars that I can probably borrow. Maybe we can use those and maybe we can find a spot where we can take a look at it from a bit of a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Percy nods his head and is like, that sounds like a better option.
Before we leave up here, I'll let Dad know, and I'll just ask him if I can borrow his binoculars before we leave here. I'm sure he'll let me.
Okay, so let's check in with Mr. Winters, and then I have to go back to the store, and we could say that we can meet at the store around 7:30.
Okay. Yeah, sure, that'll work. I'll ask Dad real quick, and I can drive you guys back to town.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and he, like, just to keep things moving. Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, they're just ask Mom. They're just inside the house. And you just take you take Cora back to where she needs to be dropped off to get Timmy and everyone else. I guess you end up. I don't know if Percy stays with Cora during this time. It's you can think.
Yeah,
okay.
probably.
Yeah,
I feel like the Cora and Percy get along a little bit better than Caleb and Percy.
For the moment, yeah, probably.
Until Cora unleashes the devil on Percy.
Well, there's also an element of keeping an eye on that box, I think, and making sure it stays closed.
And and then Caleb, you're gonna get those things, and we just, I don't know, we see everyone kind of just doing their tasks, are you keeping the box in your satchel?
Yeah, I probably have a safe in the store for cash and valuables and that stuff, and so I probably put it in there when I get back to the store because I'm not going to carry it around. So I lock it up in the safe, and then so the afternoon is progressing, and I'm imagining people coming in and out, Percy probably playing with Timmy or doing whatever he's doing, and at one point Cora is at the counter and she's writing a note, or she's writing and balancing ledgers and stuff, and she looks up and says to Percy, hey, do you mind watching Timmy for just a quick second? I need to pop outside and take care of something around back.
Percy's eyes get real wide, and he kind of backs away a little bit and is like, I
Literally just 2 minutes. You'll be fine. You can't do anything to him. It's good for you. Thanks. And Cora walks out the back door. So Cora goes around back, and she takes this paper and folds it up, and she's put I guess she had folded it beforehand and had put a wax seal on it, and then she draws a symbol. She draws a symbol on it and goes around back to a pile of rocks that look very just normal. And she starts to take some of the rocks away, and what's buried underneath is a leather satchel, and she slides the note into the leather satchel and reburies, puts the rocks back on top so that it once again just looks like a innocuous normal pile of rocks, and then heads back inside.
Cora finds Percy just kind of standing with his arms crossed, scowling at the child from across the room.
See, that wasn't so
child
bad.
Doing the same thing back to you.
Sounds like
you guys found a new game.
imitation.
Percy looks at Cora out of the corner of his eye and is like, let's not make a habit of that.
You did fine. You did fine.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so the meeting, the time of meeting happens. You guys all meet. Caleb comes in with the binoculars and everything. You close up. You toss Timmy to whichever parent group is watching him for the night. And as you guys step out, I want you all to roll a spot hidden.
Ooh.
Maybe.
So currently 39 over 34, but I'm going to spend the 5 luck to make that
Yeah, for
an
sure.
exact success.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I got a 27 under 50.
And I rolled a 51 under 81.
Okay. And you guys all look out into the darkness. You see something moving strangely towards you.
Oh!
What does strangely...
I don't know. It's still dark and it's hidden and cloaked, and like the moon is kind of, you're catching like what looks like abnormally length limbs moving.
Cora grabs a lantern that's hanging outside the door and like holds it up to try and
next
see.
week. What do they see? Doody-dee.
How impulsive.
So impulsive.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next time. Woo!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.